from which company?
Actually, I'm freelancing right now.
Oh,
so
great.
I don't belong to one company. I'm
Okay.
freelancing for 2 or 3 units right now.
And what's your profile? What do you do,
I
ma'am?
am a design manager. I was working prior to the COVID, but after COVID, I was away, and I liked that kind of style of
Okay.
working, to work from home. So then I started freelancing for the company that I was working for earlier. That's Scorpio's Apparel. That's
Okay.
in Faridabad.
Okay.
But now I'm working for 2 more.
Okay. So as a layman, if somebody asks you, what do you do? What's your
I
whole?
am a designer.
Okay.
I design garments,
Okay.
apparels.
Okay.
They get manufactured here,
Okay.
and they are exported to Europe.
Great, ma'am. Great. So now I would like to ask you, what kind of fabrics you were looking today?
Today we were looking for Anglais eyelets,
Anglais
Shifley fabrics,
Okay.
mainly.
Okay.
And what else we were looking for in your, specifically in Charu, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Charu, we had come to look for Shifleys.
Shifleys. Yeah.
Because I think that you guys do the best Shifleys, and
Thank you,
there's
ma'am.
a lot of variety to it.
And for which collection? Of
For
which
spring,
season?
Spring summer 25.
25. Okay, ma'am. What's your view for the market, ma'am? Do you see growth? Do you see slump in the apparel and clothing market?
No, I don't think there should be a slump.
Okay.
And especially this season, spring summer is always big.
Hmm.
There's always a slump in the market when we do autumn winter, because that is not too big in India right now.
Okay.
But for spring summer, this is the boom period.
This is the boom period. What are the forecasts, ma'am, for that season?
Forecast mainly, this is Shifley driven linens,
Yeah.
and linen blends,
Okay.
lot of rayons, lot of dobbies, lot of textures.
Okay.
That is what everybody looking
And
for.
what about
Interest fabrics,
Okay.
in bases.
Okay. What about colors?
Colors is a wide palette actually,
Okay.
because
Okay.
it generally depends on what brands you're working for.
Okay.
But mainly stories of blues, story of marmalades, baked clay, also a lot of red is going to dominate the season. That's
Okay,
what I see.
Is there any specific forecast for silhouettes also?
Silhouettes also, again, I'll say that they vary from the brand's point of view, but generally, yeah, I could say that trapeze silhouettes and not too fit and flare. Denim is going to be really big, tensors.
Okay. Okay.
And head to toe denim.
Okay.
And what else? Linens are going to be big.
Okay.
Not too fit and flare, but more relaxed fit.
Yeah. And which designers do you follow, or they inspire you? You get inspiration from them, and see, what aspect of their work you get inspired?
Actually, we are only doing export work, but I
personally,
I think Valentino is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And also there's a lot of Marc Jacobs that inspires me.
Okay.
Kenzo, I like menswear.
Okay.
Kenzo,
okay. But you specialize in
both?
We
are doing women's wear only.
Okay, women's wear. Okay.
But I don't look up to those to do my design work, because they're far doing various things that we are not doing right now.
Just for inspiration.
Yes, our inspiration is mainly coming from high streets and catwalks that everybody is doing.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. My next question is, ma'am, you belong to a very creative industry.
Yes.
How do you get refreshed? How do you get new ideas? What do you do?
See, right, you need a break.
Okay.
Sometimes you just need to relax, rewind, go to the markets, see a lot of stuff, because what you see is what you observe, and then your mind starts to work better.
That's how
a
lot of these young students, they walk out of the fashion schools, and a lot of they are not employable enough. And a lot of work have to be done on them. So what can these fashion schools incorporate in their curriculum so that these students become more employable? What's your view on that, ma'am?
I do think I really agree with what you're saying, because that is the actual truth. What we think, when I was in college, they used to send us for an internship.
Okay.
But that was only, I think, a month or 2 months.
Okay.
I suggest that after the first year, because it's a 4-year course now, the
fashion. Yeah.
So they should try sending kids to factories more often as interns, so that they get more exposed to the real work.
They must be more on the shop floor.
On the floor and on the market, on the factories, so that they get the grind of, because when you come out of college, you are expecting to do like high fashion stuff, which really is not the market.
Okay.
So I would suggest that incorporate more internships going forward, so that the student has a more exposure of what actual work is when they leave the space.
What's your view about sustainability, recycled polyester, circular economy?
That is the thing to look forward to. That's the way to go. Mostly every brand wants to go there.
Okay.
And that actually is very good for the world if everybody comes back to that.
Yeah.
So I do think that that is the way going forward, and everything sustainable and recycled will be the future.
Is the Indian market shaping up to it?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Because we have to shape up to what the buyer is expecting us to do.
Okay.
So because they are expecting us to, go there, so mostly everybody is trying to go there.
Okay. What's your view on artificial intelligence and the role in the fashion industry?
I don't think, I'm not too aware of that in the fashion industry as of yet.
Yeah.
But obviously it is a big boon in a way that, ideas and, they can obviously give us the research in a minute, and everything. But for fashion, I'm not too sure if it will be, of course it will be the future for everything going forward. But I'm not too sure if it is going to come to fashion so early. I think there's still time for them to come to.
And Mr. Narayan Murthy, co-founder of Infosys, says that Indian youngsters should work 70 hours a week or more. What's your view on that, man?
I mean, it's two ways to look at that.
Okay.
Because he's not wrong. Because we are a developing economy. We do need to work hard. So, to go where he obviously is thinking us to be that way. But also there is a concept of a 4-day work week
in Europe.
In Europe. But they can. It depends on an individual. Because we youngsters, I think we are not of the coming from the school of thought where Mr. Narayan Murthy is coming from the thought that 70 hours. But I can see what he is saying, and I can. But if you ask me personally, I'm not.
Probably he's not saying for the designers.
Not for us. And if we work 70 hours,
you won't produce quality.
Our brains will fail to function. But of course, for the workforce and everything, I mean, it's an individual choice. If you want to work that hard, it is good, but it is definitely needed for the country.
And vis-a-vis Western brands, the apparel and the clothing brands, how can Indian brands be more competitive? What can they do? I see a lot of youngsters going for Zara or M&S and all like that. Why not Indian brands? What do they lack?
Firstly, I'm not sure they lack too much right now. They did lack 10 years ago. But now I think even Weststyle and Pantaloons, if you go enter their shop, you do find something that you could pick up. But earlier, 10 years back, that was not the case. So they are building up. But also, I think they're looking for the B grade and C grade cities, I think, more than because only people in Delhi and all these big places, we are going to Zara. But people in back on the interior,
Tier 2 and Tier 3,
they are going to buy West, and I think they're doing a good job. They are doing a good job. They have come up to do, and obviously people, designers who work for Zara, for Inditex, they sit in the fashion weeks. They are sitting in the runways. They're seeing it and converting it quickly. But obviously our Indian designers, they are not getting that access. I'm sure they can collect, also produce that collection. But the only thing is there a buyer for that collection in India? Because their main target is the B and C tier. And not the A tier cities, I think.
My next question is, it's just skipped off my mind. So whenever I ask designers, they say the fashion, arises from Paris or New York, Promo Steel, WGSN. What would it take for fashion to come out of India?
I don't know. No, it's not that. Our Indian designers are also doing very well now. So, Sunny, there are brands like Anthropology, which are also buying stuff from Indian designers and putting in the same shop as they're buying designers all over the world. So they are taking stuff from us also and putting in their shops. But of course, India is not a big name. But I think designers like which is this one who just did, 2 designers did a very nice show. Who are the 2 designers who just did in Paris Fashion Week? Just right now, the one that's very... two, I'm just forgetting, but 2 or 3 big designers just showed in the Paris Fashion Week last week. Ananya Pandey walked for one. Rahul Mishra, and then there's another one, Gaurav Gupta. So these are designers who are already showing in Paris Fashion Week. Only now that more and more will go, and it will make a big impact. And hopefully in 10 years, maybe we'll be a big name. But I am thinking that a lot of people are doing very good shows there already.
Just for fun, a hypothetical situation, you get to design for Deepika Padukone. Which garment, which fabric you'll go for?
For Deepika, she carries anything, I think, anything. But if you're looking for spring summer, I'll probably give her a nice linen dress.
Okay. And the silhouette, what would be the?
She will look good in anything, but she would look really nice in a form-fitted, you know, a fitted thing, like a fit and flare or something like that.
And which one fabric you like to work with most?
Most?
Yeah.
I love doing cottons. Actually.
Cotton, cottons.
Yeah, and chiffonies are also very interesting to me. Always,
any collection, any work of yours you are very proud of, you know, that got you very excited?
Everything that's new gets you excited as a designer.
So like the novelty part.
Whatever you're working on, that gets you excited. And then you obviously move on to the next collection, and there are times when you hate the collection that you did, because you will always think, what were you thinking? Why did you do that?
Yeah.
But it's always what is coming next is exciting you, because it's the unknown, and when it comes to you, you know, it's what you imagined, and then you see it in front of you. It's very exciting. But I can't say after 1 week it will be so exciting, because you move on to the next thing.